What are seller's disclosures? Seller's disclosures are a form in residential real estate in Texas that a seller will complete that tells the buyer or potential buyers about the property's condition. Now, it's several pages long and it has a lot of little boxes on it. And what it does is asks all the things about the house. What is it? Central heat and air? Is the water heater gas or electric? Does it have a fireplace? It asks all kinds of information about the house, and it's got little bitty boxes, and the seller checks off the information about their house. Then it goes on to say, what is the condition of all of these things? So when I have sellers fill out that form, I tell them, hey, you need to know this is the document that can get you sued. So make sure that you are completely honest. Other things that you need to think about are past things that may have happened to the house that you may have been when you didn't even own the house. Maybe when you bought the house, your seller's disclosures at the time may have said that there was a fire. There was a fire in the attic. And it was put out, it was repaired. It may say that there was previous termite damage and we had to remove all of the wood around the front door, or maybe the people before did. And so you just need to be really thoughtful when you're filling out seller's disclosures to make sure that you cover all the bases. Now, there are some times that you do not have to fill those out. And I've got a list here and I'm going to tell you about that. So there are some exemptions to filling out seller's disclosures. And the first one is a commercial property. If you're selling a commercial property, you're not required to fill out seller's disclosures. Residential properties with more than one unit. So seller's disclosures requirement applies only to single family homes. Number 3 is court-ordered sales. It says sales mandated by a court, such as those involving a receiver, are exempt. The fourth way is that you're exempt is if it's an estate. So if a sale is conducted by an administrator of an estate, the seller does not need to provide a seller's disclosure. Number 5, sales between family members. If you're selling grandma's house to someone in the family, you don't have to fill out seller's disclosures. New construction, homes that are newly built and have never been occupied do not require seller's disclosures. And number 7, land sales with minimal improvements. If the value of any dwelling on the property does not exceed 5% of the total value of the land itself, a seller's disclosure is not necessary. So sometimes people say, well, it was an investment property. I've never lived in it. I don't need to fill out those seller's disclosures. Yes, you do. If you own the property and it's not an estate and it doesn't fall into any of those other categories, you still have to fill out the seller's disclosures. So seller's disclosures are those documents that you just need to be super, super careful when you're filling them out. Go back, think about everything you know about that property. If you know something's broken along the way, of course you can fix it, but you should still disclose, hey, this was a problem and we took care of it. Anything that you can think of that might be something that someone else would be concerned about or that could potentially cause anybody a problem at any point needs to be disclosed. The best thing to do is just be 100% honest and fill those out with complete integrity and make sure that you are very clear and very specific about anything that you have done to repair the property or any damages that you're aware of that are in need of repair. So I hope that helps you. I hope you'll like and subscribe and follow us. And hey, send this to somebody who you think it might help. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a great day.